Guys, Mr. L here. We're going to be talking about food labels today, and this is one of my favorite activities and a super important skill to have. In PE, we're trying to teach you how to live a healthy lifestyle. Eating healthy foods is a huge part of that. And in order to eat healthy foods, you need to be able to look at food labels and kind of figure out whether or not a food's good for you or not. I'm going to very quickly go through this, show you where all the items are on a food label that you're going to need to see later. Then you are going to go through your student activity guide and kind of do this on your own with your own food label. I kind of like to make a pros and cons list of, if a nutrient is good and a food has some, I put it on like a check mark on the pro side. If something's bad and it has in it, then that's going to be a thumbs down. And overall, try to make a determination as to whether the food is healthy. Again, I'm going to go pretty fast. I'm just going to highlight a couple things you will need to find. One thing here is protein. Protein's down at the bottom right here. You're also going to need to find dietary fiber. You're going to need to find sugar. All these things kind of go together at the bottom of the label. You're going to need to find the fat content, and it will ask you specifically about saturated and trans fat. You're also going to need to find the serving size, which is listed at the very tippy top. And that's important because if the serving size is small, in this case, 1 cup, not a lot, I would probably have more than 1 cup of Cinnamon Toast Crunch if I were eating this cereal. Last thing I need to show you here are the micronutrients, and that's this big list down here at the bottom. Obviously, we talked a little bit about that. The more, the better. So that's where you're going to find that. Now I'm going to switch over to our student guide here to show you a little bit about that. What you're going to be doing, guys, you're going to go through and answer each question. Look up on your food label those specific items that I just highlighted. You'll notice in blue writing, there is a movement activity challenge with each one. Example question number 2. It says to do 2 push-ups for every gram of protein that's in your food. That's just to, break things up, give you a little bit of movement kind of while you're going through this. Then the last thing I'm going to highlight here at the very bottom, you have an opportunity to kind of make a conclusion based on the information that you found above as to whether or not your food item is healthy or not healthy. And I'm not so concerned as to whether or not I agree with your overall conclusion. But what I do want you to do is to use 3 facts from above to explain your answer. And, those 3 facts you're going to write in here. And that could really be anything. Just make sure they make sense. Obviously, I'm not going to say a food is healthy because it has a lot of added sugar. But I might say that it's unhealthy because it has a lot of added sugar. So make sure that the facts you're using are backing up the answer that you gave up here. And really looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. And again, it's not so much about being right or wrong down here. It's about using the facts and making sure that the facts support the conclusion that you made. So have fun and good luck.